Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Come one, come all. We got 101 people in here. That's a sign of a great night. Okay, if I could start with 101 people, 102 right out the gate, we're starting things off strong. Look, guys, this is gonna be it's gonna be a fun show tonight. We got some stuff to talk about. We do have some topics, some things we're gonna get into. I've got some stuff I'm going to show off. I've got some new pickups that are not just movies. There are other things that I've acquired and I've picked up, and I want to show them off in the stream. I've also got digital codes that I'm going to be giving away because I was supposed to give these 2 digital codes away last week, and I forgot about it. So let me just start right out the gate. Since we got a good amount of people in here, I appreciate you guys joining me right from the start. Let's give away a digital code right out the gate. Let's do Wind River on 4K. You guys ready? You better be ready. People weren't expecting this. They're like, Dave, Ken's already giving away digital codes? Bam! Anybody wants to watch Wind River on 4K? There you go. And I'll also be giving away... I haven't watched this yet either. I need to. I definitely need to. I'm also going to be giving away the Bringing Out the Dead digital code, but you guys are going to have to hit some like goals to get to this. I will be having a review for this. It's uploading right now, so it's going to be dropping tomorrow on the channel, the review for Bringing Out the Dead. I apologize. I wanted to get it out earlier this week, but like I went through every nook and cranny of this release. I watched all the special features, and I'm excited to deep dive into this one with you guys tomorrow. And I've got some other stuff I'm going to show up, but let me go ahead and get into the chat. How are you guys doing tonight? Can you all hear me? I hope people can hear me. Good gracious. Steven says it's nearly 3 a.m. I'm awake because I have a cold. I hate my life. Hey, I was where you were 2 weeks ago. And to be completely honest, like I'm still not 100%. I don't know what the hell I have. But I feel for you, man. I hope you get better soon. Get sleep. It's hard for me to take that advice. Get sleep, drink a lot of fluids. It really is true what they say, and you'll get better faster. All right, let me go to the top. Trekker Knot's here. What's up, Trekker Knot? We got Kevin here asking all the questions. Top 5 Matt Damon movies. Damn, that's I like Matt Damon. I can't think of a top 5 for Matt Damon. It's definitely Good Will Hunting's number 1. I mean, that's a no-brainer. The Talented Mr. Ripley. I like that movie quite a bit. Can I say Euro Trip? Scotty doesn't know. What about Team America? No, I don't even like Team America. I like The Martian, but I don't love it. I've seen The Bourne Identity. I haven't seen any of the sequels. So I feel like I've got some Matt Damon blind spots. Air. I enjoyed Air a lot. I could throw Air into my top 5. I grew up with Dogma. Like I was a big fan of Dogma. I think him and Ben Affleck, they're great together in Dogma. And that was around the Good Will Hunting era. I like younger Matt Damon, if I'm being completely honest. So I would throw Dogma in there. I would throw Talented Mr. Ripley, Good Will Hunting, Air. I'll throw The Martian in there. Everybody loves The Martian. The Martian's good. It's a good movie. We'll just say that. Favorite Steelbook of 2024? I want to say Major League just because the magnets were too cool, but I really love that Return of the Living Dead Steelbook. Also, Wind River is amazing, but I think as far as the artwork, I think it's Return of the Living Dead at this time. I think Arrow Video will drop Rob Zombie's Halloween movies on 4K. That's a bold statement. That image certainly does not suggest that they're dropping Rob Zombie's Halloween movies on 4K. I don't think that's going to happen, Kevin. Now, will they ever? Possibly, but they're not going to drop them in December. They're not going to drop them, which is what their announcements are for. They could drop them in December, but I think if they're going to drop those movies, they would drop them during October. So maybe October of next year. we're going to talk about Arrow Video tonight, but I could see them doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake before I could see them doing Rob Zombie's Halloween's or the Hills Have Eyes remake. I could see them doing that too. Favorite album of all time? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head. There's a lot of albums out there. I have a hard time. Like I can decide on favorite movies and like favorite releases, but I just don't get into music too much anymore. And when I'm thinking back to all the albums I listened to when I was a kid, I was like, I can't put like one above the other. I don't know. We'll say Limp Bizkit, Significant Other. How about that? Are you going to review Body Double on 4K? Well, I just received Body Double, and I'll be giving away the digital code for this. So I'll go ahead and bring it out. The Steelbook in the mail tonight. It's a real beauty, and you know, I'm gonna try. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. I just finished watching The Howling 2 last night, which I didn't bring over here. I was gonna bring it in here, but I didn't. And I want to review that too. And I've got a review for Friday the 13th Part 2 coming as well. So, but this is a gorgeous steelbook. I'm going to try to review it. I got to review Chronicles of Riddick and Torso. There's just a lot on my plate right now. So I'm going to try to get to Body Double. If there's a lot of people interested in it, I definitely will. But this is a great film. I love Body Double. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll try. All right, Kevin, that does it. Ordered the Viavision Dread 4K lenticular set. Looks amazing in the review videos. Yeah, Viavision dropping some heat, man. That American Psycho set, if I had known it had like blood dripping inside of it, like I would have ordered that, but I didn't know that. I don't know if it's still available or not. Do I have the Jeepers Creepers trilogy? I've got the first two, and I don't really have any interest in getting the other two. The Jeepers Creepers is not. I don't even like the first one's good. I like it. I think the second one kind of sucks, and I never went any further. So it's not really a franchise I enjoy. You know, on top of all the shit with the director that would make me not enjoy it even more. Adrian James, hiya Ken, how you doing, pal? What's up, Adrian James? I have heard of Swamp Thing, Emmett. I got a review on the channel for Swamp Thing. Bobby, Trailer Park Knuckles is in the chat. Thank you so much for joining me, Bobby. I got my can of beans and scallop taters ready. Kenny boy, let's do this. All right, let's do it, Bobby. And he just watched The Howling 2, and wow, Sybil Danning looks gorgeous. Yeah, I do want to talk about The Howling 2. I do. Don Morton, greetings programs. What's up, Don Morton? What are 5 movies you can't do without? Says Mr. Smelly Potato. All of them. Do I have to? I really have to pick 5? Jeez. Oh my god. That's a tough one. Well, I gotta have some comedies in there. I feel like I can't live without comedies. I'll say Liar Liar, Billy Madison, Knockout Sandler and Carrie. I'll add those 2. The Jerk. I can't live without The Jerk. So there's 3 comedies. I can't live without them. I need to laugh. I have to be happy. I'm assuming these are the 5 movies that I have to watch for the rest of my life, right? I need to be in a good mood. So 5 or 3 are comedies. The other one is going to be, damn. It's got to be a horror movie. Let's say, I want to say The Exorcist. That's my favorite horror movie, but A Nightmare on Elm Street. A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the 4th one. And Back to the Future. First Back to the Future. Can't live without it. There you go. Is that good enough? Just wanted to ask you, 4K Deadpool and Wolverine's going on pre-order on Amazon. Same with the Steelbook. I don't know. It's Disney. Usually they announce stuff and then they put it up for pre-order like a couple of weeks later. And I'm assuming it'll be up pretty quick because it comes out October the 22nd. So it might even be sooner than that. It might be like next week. What's up, Maria? What's up, Antonis? What's up, Tom? What's up, Screaming Geek Media? Evening, everyone. How's it going, Kim? Was waiting on Friday the 13th and Chronicles Riddick, but have to wait until next month because I ordered those with Caligula and it got a date changed. Oh, yeah, the regular 4K Caligula? Yeah, it did. I was going to say that Umbrella one's still coming out. Oh, damn. Maria's already cracked into the body double. If I wasn't doing the stream right now, that's what I would be watching. Body double on 4K. That's the next thing on my to-do list. Video Game Drum says, "Hey Kim, my second sight edition of the Hitcher shipped already, so I can't back out and get the Warner Bros." I do want to dive into that. The psychology of that. The second sight is way more features, but it's the same transfer. Yeah. No, I didn't. I will get it. But I put myself on a freeze for the rest of the month when I got the Never Ending Story, except for all the pre-orders. Like, you still see me get new stuff in because I had these things pre-ordered, but I haven't bought anything new since I bought the Never Ending Story set. And I'll put in some more pre-orders in October, but I just wanted to take the rest of the month off. So I'll get it at some point. What do you think Scream Factory will announce for December? I'm hoping for Black Christmas 2019 4K. Come on, Kevin. How about 2006? Like, people like that movie. I watched that last year, and I think Black Christmas 2006 is an atrocious film. I thought it was awful, like absolutely awful. I haven't watched 2019, but there's only one Black Christmas. It's the original, and it's a classic. But I know people like the 2006 one, so that might be a cool release for Scream Factory to do. But I'm more hoping for Silent Night, Deadly Night in 4K. That's what I want for December. What's up, Adrian? What's up, Van Gool? Frogman is crazy. I haven't got my Frogman set yet, but I know y'all probably got it at Walmart. Michael Hutter says, "Hey peeps." What's up, Michael Hutter? What's up, Zub-Zero? We'll love to see Interview with the Vampire 4K before the end of the year for the 30th anniversary. I think if they announced that, I think if they were going to announce that, they would have announced that by now. So, what's up, Video Game Drone? What's up, T. Shafi? Born Pasta, so you getting the 4K of Seven Samurai from Criterion? No. I've got the Criterion edition back there, and I haven't watched it yet, so it wouldn't make much sense for me to get a 4K of that when I've already spent $20 on that. I say that, but I just did something like that with Incendies, so it is what it is. But no, Seven Samurai, I'm sure that Criterion edition, I have a really tough time upgrading Criterions, I'll be honest. Because their Blu-rays always look really good. So I just have a tough time. Like, I still haven't upgraded Blood Simple, and I love that movie. But the Blu-ray looks really good. So I will at some point, though. Friday the 13th remake on 4K was really good. I'm excited for Kickboxer on 4K in December. Great movie. Ken like Blood Sports. I saw Transformers 1. Awesome. Nice. I heard good things about that one. I heard good things about Transformers 1. We did get a super chat from Going to the Movies. Thanks for keeping us updated on physical media. Pre-ordered the Capra box set. Very glad your price guess was wrong. What was it? I haven't seen what the pre-order is. What did I remember I said I thought it was gonna be like $400. I mean, hey, I'm glad. But I haven't seen what the price was. Oh, damn. $230. I mean, that's a great deal. I mean, that thing has 9 4Ks, right? Yeah. I mean, that's the same price as their Columbia Classics. I guess they're making it lower because the movies aren't as well known as some of the movies in their Columbia Classics box sets. I guess that would be the reason. But I was just thinking about the amount of the movies and the 4Ks that are in that thing. There's 9 4Ks in there. There's more 4Ks in a Columbia Classic set, but it's priced the same. and 11 other movies or 12 other movies. I think there's 21 movies in there. That's cool though. That's a great price. That's a great, especially for Sony. All right, let's see. I missed the Hillbilly Hunter. He'll return. He returns every now and then. What's up, Fish? We've got Movie Sam. What's up, Aaron? Oh, I did want to get that. Glad to see you too, Michael. I'm in this bish, says the Juiced. I'm in this bish. Do you think next year Friday the 13th Part 3 will be released on 4K and hopefully Scream 4 on 4K in 2025? Do I think Friday the 13th Part 3? I want to say yes. I think that they should just go ahead and put out Part 3 and Part 4 because they have 4K scans done of those already. They did those back when the Scream Factory set came out. So I don't know why they're waiting so long. Like, they put out Friday the 13th like 100 million times anyway. Like, just put those out too. I don't know. So hopefully they put out both next year. I don't want one. I want both, 3 and 4. And then start working on Jason Takes Manhattan on 4K. That's what I want next. When we get a standalone breakdown 4K, there is one in the UK. If you want to import, you can import in the UK. But I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I mean, with Sweeney Todd, we got that like 11 months later after the initial box set release. So, and all the rest of the ones in the first box set already had standalone releases or had one the month that it came out with Rosemary's Baby. So, whereas this one, like only World War Z has one, but it has one from Scream Factory. And all the rest of them are kind of locked in the box set. So, I don't think they'll wait that long for Friday the 13th Part 2. I don't know. It's very strange. It's very strange they put that in the box set. I'll be honest. It is kind of weird. And it does complicate things when you're trying to predict what's actually happening and if the sequels are going to come out. Like, are the sequels going to be in Paramount Scares Volume 3? It gets very confusing. So, what I think they should do for Paramount Scares Volume 3 is just put the four of them out and that maybe add in New Beginning or something. And they could just put all of them because they already did Friday the 13th on 4K. They can do 3 and 4 and put that in the Scares box set Volume 3. And then people that picked up Volume 2 would be pissed off because they have to buy Friday the 13th Part 2 again on 4K. I don't know. That's just my thinking. But that's one of the reasons, because I got pushback on this in the comment section, but that's one of the reasons why I said this box set's better than the one last year, because there's 3 of these movies are on 4K for the first time. Whereas last year, only one was on 4K for the first time, and that was Sweeney Todd. 30 Days of Night needs a 4K. Thank you, Fish. What's up, LA Joel? What obscure horror movie would you recommend for October? I would highly recommend Flesh Eater from Vinegar Syndrome. That movie kind of blew my mind because I was expecting, like, the first 30 minutes, I was expecting it to be one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. And then it got better. And then it kept getting better and better and better and better. And by the time we got to the end, like, I loved it. It's a great zombie movie. It's directed by the zombie from Night of the Living Dead, like the main zombie that comes at him in the beginning. I'm blanking on his name right now, but Bill something. But it's directed by him, and he's in it also. He plays the main zombie in that movie too. But it's a really good movie. I've talked about it before on the channel, but I was like shocked by how much I enjoyed that film. It's really bloody. It's really gory. It really is a great zombie movie. So Flesh Eater, I would highly recommend. You might be able to watch that on Tubi. Like, you might not have to get the Vinegar Syndrome. Only 40 likes. Are you kidding me? We got to get to 100 before I give away another digital code. What's up, Daniel Banks? I want breakdown on 4K, not in a box set. I get it. I totally get it. What's up, Happy Crow Crotomist? We did get another super chat from 818 Sega. Thank you so much. $5. What up, Ken Dog? Aside from movies, I also collect video games. I apologize for the video game community attacking you at the end of your last stream. Yeah, I'm going to make that a tradition from here on out. We're just going to go hard in on video games for the last 15 minutes, and I'm going to let my chat yell at me again because I don't know anything about video games. I did have people comment on that stream, though, and they said I was right, like in a way. Like they said I was kind of right, which I still think there is some right to what I said. I think I was on the right track, even though, again, I wasn't totally correct. I think I was on the right track. But thank you, A186. I appreciate that. And let me give you all a little super chat clip. I gotta start with Al tonight.
She got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
It's a my head's all the way up in a great ass kind of night. That's what kind of night it is. So there you go. Al Pacino from Heat, ladies and gentlemen. One of the greatest movies ever made. Let's see. Where are we at? I should start giving away my digital codes here. I never use them. Yeah, I know there's a whole community of people, and I have sold my codes before. There's like Facebook communities and stuff where you can sell your codes, so you may want to try that out, Michelle. And you can get, $5-6 for a code, and that could help you recoup some of that money you lose from all the physical media purchases. But it's kind of my way of giving back to you all. So I've always given away, even back before I had a YouTube channel, I had an Instagram page, and I would always do like digital code giveaways on there. So I just like to give them away, most of them. Like I said, I've sold some here and there, but I like to give them away. Because back in the day, I used to give them away on the roundtables, and now I haven't done those, so I just give them away here. Oh, what's up, Steven? Hi, Mahira. Did you hear about the original Planet of the Apes coming to 4K and Sean Connery 007 films? I heard Planet of the Apes was on digital streaming on 4K, and that was a good indicator that we would get it on physical, but I haven't heard like an official announcement yet for that, or the Sean Connery 007 films. Charles Smallwood says, yo, kid. Anyone know when Twister's 4K? That's weird that hasn't got announced yet, but it is on brand for Universal, because in the past, I've seen them do this with like Jurassic World Dominion. They literally announced that movie to come to 4K the week before it came out. Like the week before it came out, they announced it officially on 4K. We've already got images of the Steelbook for Twisters. I think the Steelbook's up for pre-order on Amazon or Walmart right now. So I think we already got the artwork and everything, but we don't have that official announcement and release date from Universal. But they're weird sometimes. They just like they don't care about anticipation or anything. They're just like, yeah, it's coming out next week, and then they'll just drop it. So I wouldn't be surprised if it came out in late October, maybe the last week of October or something like that, if not early November. But that movie came out before Deadpool and Wolverine, right? Wasn't that a June movie, or was that a July movie too? I can't remember. I can't remember. Oh, good that you all can hear me. I'm glad I'm finding that out now. Hey, Ken, I watched the new Kathy Bates series, Matlock, on CBS. It's not classic Andy Griffith series, but it has a clever spin. Yeah, I've heard that's doing really well and everybody's watching it. That's kind of weird. I didn't even know people watch like network television anymore. But that's cool. I love Kathy Bates. Great actress. Plainview 1981 says, got my long legs 4K in a day. Nice. Yeah, what have you all been watching? What have you all been picking up? Feel free to leave that in the chat as well. I don't know. That movie just doesn't look good, so I'm sure it's like 5 hours long. So I don't know if I'll ever watch that, to be completely honest. I mean, I'm sure I will someday, but I'm not in a big hurry to. What's up, AVA? How you doing, buddy? Iron Wolf says, Rounders. We can hear you, unfortunately, says Jim. Good old Jim with a little ribbon. I'm going to try and stay the whole time if the weather doesn't get too bad here. Oh, where are you at? I know I got I live in Kentucky, but the hurricane that I don't even know what the hurricane name is. I haven't been paying attention, but there's a hurricane down south. and supposedly like the weather's coming up here very soon. So I might be storming. I might be getting some storms in my area pretty soon. No, I haven't picked up Long Legs in 4K. I saw Long Legs in the theaters. So I wasn't in a rush. Like I said, I'm on a spending freeze right now. I wasn't in a rush to get it on 4K, but that slipcover looks clean as hell. Like it looks nice. So I'll probably end up getting that sooner rather than later. But I wasn't in the mood to watch it again. Like I liked the movie, but I just watched it. So if I got the 4K, like it would just sit there. So I might as well wait to see if there was going to be a price drop or something. And I'm very when it comes to like the neon stuff, I don't know. There's just something tells me that that's going to get a better edition from somebody else at some point, whether it's Second Sight or Umbrella. I feel like Long Legs will get some kind of like a super special edition. The Good Shepherd, that's a good choice. What's up, GR? Top 3 Mary Elizabeth Winstead McGregor performances. What? Her last name's McGregor? I like Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Let's see. Top 3. Number 3, Final Destination 3. Number 2, God, what other movies was she in? Scott Pilgrim, number 2. And number 1, it's got to be 10 Cloverfield Lane. So we'll go with that. Oh, nice. Dogma. Yeah, I would love like a big Arrow box set of Dogma. Like that would be incredible. You know, Kevin's already worked with Arrow before. He could do it again. Yapping some more. Ken, you got to go out. Give me a good old 4K of Billy Madison. I know we got Happy Gilmore announced this week. It was announced after I filmed the Physical Media Report, so I'll discuss it next week. But Happy Gilmore is coming from Kino Lorber on 4K. That's amazing. That's awesome. But I will say, like, I love Happy Gilmore. I really love Happy Gilmore. It's funny. It's great. But Billy Madison's my favorite. Like I want Billy Madison. That movie came out before Happy Gilmore. So I hope that Happy Gilmore sells well enough that Kino feels comfortable doing Billy Madison. And then I want Wedding Singer. I want Waterboy. I want Big Daddy. I want them all. I want Grown Ups 2. Not the first one, just the second one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've only seen the first one once. Got Narc on 4K. Damn, that was a good movie in transfer. That was a good movie in transfer. Yeah, I reviewed that on the channel. Your favorite Kevin Bacon movie? Damn. Damn. There's a lot of good ones. I want to say Tremors. But I will say I watched Mystic River recently, and he's phenomenal in Mystic River. Everybody is. That movie's great. Hollow Man, I love. Oh, I love him as the villain in X-Men First Class. He's got so much. He really does have so much. His filmography is incredible. So many genre films. Like he's all over the place. Like he's a working actor. Like he will do anything. So yeah, I mean it's between Tremors and Stir of Echoes is great. Footloose, if you want some younger Kevin Bacon, is great. Yeah, I mean Apollo 13. Like that was a very early Kevin Bacon. If you want to call that a Kevin Bacon movie, I mean you got Tom Hanks and Bill Paxton and Gary Sinise in there too, but Kevin Bacon's the one that actually goes up with them. So yeah, I love Apollo 13. That might be. No, I don't know if I saw Friday the 13th first or if I saw Apollo 13, or I probably saw Tremors first, to be honest. I've been watching Tremors since I was like 6 or 7. But yeah, there's a lot of great Kevin Bacon movies. Top 4 movie of Robert Englund, not Nightmare on Elm Street. He was in top 4 movie of Robert Englund. I haven't seen much of Robert outside of Nightmare. I haven't. I'll be honest. Oppenheimer. I saw advanced screening in IMAX 2 days ago. It was good. I get the point of the film, but it was unusual at times. Roberts, hello, Ken. I'm able to watch tonight because I'm sick. I should be at work. Well, you know, sometimes you got to take off when you're sick, man. The Departed. I don't love The Departed, so kill me in the comments section. I like Matt Damon before he went full crypto. Do you think Critters is the announcement for Arrow? Why? Who's saying Critters? Why would it be Critters? Especially after the tease they gave today. I mean, I guess there could be another one. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. If they announce Critters on 4K from Arrow Video, like I'd be excited. I like Critters. I like Critters and Critters 2. The 3 and 4 are not that good. But Critters and Critters 2 are good. What's up, John Doe Juggalo? 6 Cent Steelbook looks terrible. Yeah, they did reveal some Steelbooks. I agree with you, but I think Signs looks great. Good Will Hunting 2 hunting season. Adam Baker wasn't that the reboot of the reboot, because I swear I watched her on that show like a year ago. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's see. Kevin says, I hope Arrow Video is doing Lethal Weapon. They're not doing Lethal Weapon. I can almost guarantee it. For whatever reason, like Warner Brothers likes to hold on to their big franchises and do nothing with them. And I'm pretty sure Lethal Weapon would fall in the same category as Nightmare on Elm Street. They consider it an active franchise, so they're not going to license it out. I expect Warner Brothers has plans. I mean, they put out that survey. They have plans to do Lethal Weapon on 4K at some point. When they're going to get to it, I don't know. But Warner Brothers is not going to let Lethal Weapon go, the same way they're not going to let Nightmare on Elm Street go, even though they're just doing the first one. And they'll probably, well, I don't know. With Lethal Weapon, I could see them doing all 4 of them on 4K in a pack, like Rocky or something. Like, I can see that. I don't know why the hell they didn't do it with Nightmare on Elm Street, but they didn't because they're stupid. I don't know. Ken, worst horror movie you ever saw? Never gonna watch again. For me, the Popcorn movie. I haven't seen the Popcorn movie. I need to watch it. The worst horror movie I ever saw, The Human Centipede. I'll never watch that again. What's up, John Doe? My favorite book of steel is Friends. My first Arrow disc was a DVD of The Brood. It wasn't the best. I wish they put out scanners in 4K. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I have time. People want body. If y'all want it, I'm just afraid I'll put it out and nobody will care. Nobody cares about Brian De Palma or Body Double. Nobody cares about Brian De Palma unless it's Carrie, Scarface, or Carlito's Way. The Tombs of the Blind Dead Unlimited Steelbook and the Covenant from Synapse. Scanners in the Brood. That'd be cool. I mean, they've done a lot of Cronenberg stuff. They did the Naked Lunch, and they did Videodrome. Yeah, they did. I wish I would have grabbed Videodrome. Like, I was so stupid. I don't know why I didn't get that. I wasn't importing a ton. I don't even think I was using Diabolic yet when that came out. I should have got it. I'm an idiot. That came out from Criterion, but like that Arrow box set was freaking nice. I don't know why I didn't get that. I don't know why I didn't get it. Oh, nice. You got your notification today? Oh, I got my notification a couple of days ago. I should be getting it soon. I'm excited. Should be soon. It was still going on because I went to Barnes & Noble. Let me show you guys some of the stuff I picked up before I forget. So I went to Barnes & Noble on Saturday with my wife. And I grabbed some books because they were having a sale. They had like a buy one, get one 50% off. I found some cool horror books there. This one I did not get at Barnes & Noble, but I just want to show it off. I got Christine from Stephen King. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite Stephen King movies. And Target has these new covers, variations. So I thought that was cool. And I do want to own all of Stephen King's books at one point. I've actually read a lot of them. I used to read a lot when I was younger. But I have never owned and I have not read Christine. So I do want to read this at some point. And the cover was freaking awesome. And all the covers, they had like Pet Sematary and The Shining and Carrie looked great. Like I was thinking about just grabbing them all, even though I own some of those books already. So I got Carrie book, which is still physical media, right, guys? Then I got The Shining at Barnes and Noble, which is an incredible cover. Just an amazing cover. So, yeah, I do have The Shining, but The Shining book that I have is the made for TV cover. Like, because I got it when I was a kid. So it was like 97, 98 when I got that book. And I think I got it at like Walmart or something. And it has the made for TV cover with the guy from Wings looking all evil on the front. So I can't just have that be my Shining book in my collection. I got to have something nicer. And this one's really cool. Somebody said it looked like a Christmas cover. I can kind of see that. But I mean, the movie's set in winter. But what's with that face? Look at that. In the snowstorm. Pretty cool. I also got this. It's from a new horror author, but it's called How to Make a Horror Movie and Survive. You know, I always buy books and it's like I would like to read and then I don't. But you know, maybe someday. How to Make a Horror Movie and Survive. And this was the part of the buy one get 150% off. So this was $10 when I got it 50% off. And then I couldn't pass on this cover. And I don't own the actual novel because this movie is based on a novel written by William Peter Blatty, and that's The Exorcist. But look at this cover. And this is new. I think this is like a 2024 print. But like this is amazing. That I didn't think it could get any scarier than Linda Blair from The Exorcist, but it actually can. Look at that. Look at that girl. Where did she come from? But I love the green on it. And the side is super cool. And yeah. Yeah. But I did start reading this. I would like to read The Exorcist. I'm like 25 pages in or something. I read it up while my family and I were on our way to the pumpkin patch. We went to the pumpkin patch this weekend. But The Exorcist. Look at that cover, guys. That's amazing. And guys, we got 206. Before I show off this next book, the last book, we got 266 people in here. If you haven't hit the like button, please, for the love of God, hit the like button. All right. Last but not least, this is a big one right here. This is the Essential Horror Movies Guide. So this is a big book, and it was on kind of a deal for $20. So I went ahead and grabbed this, and this basically takes you through the origins of horror and talks about the silent horror films from the 20s, goes into the Universal monster stuff, into the 40s and the 50s, the stuff in the 60s and 70s. It has categories for everything, and it basically just takes you all the way through to the modern age, talking about all the greatest horror films of all time. So I figured this is a book that I could go through, and if there's anything in it, which surprisingly, like I was flipping through it, and I've seen, I'd say 75% of this book. Most of the stuff I haven't seen is like the stuff from the 20s. So I've seen a good chunk of this, but it's a pretty cool, like comprehensive look at the horror genre over pretty much 100 years, and just kind of highlighting all the best that genre has to offer. So there's some really good stuff in here. Lots of pictures, which would help me get through the movie. See, there's a spotlight on J horror as well. But it's a cool book, so I thought I would add that to the collection. And I think that because I do have a lot of books, guys. There's a lot of books in my closet over there. I got a pretty good size book collection. But I think all of that, I think it was like $70 or something. So that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad for that book haul. All right, let's get back into the chat. I walked out on Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Yeah, I wouldn't even go see that, man. What's up, Floyd House? What's up, Ken? Thank you for all you do, bro. Shout out to the chat. Thank you for being here, man. What movie is at the top of your 4K wish list? Damn. I don't know if it's at the tippy top, but I really, really want either The Rock or Con Air or Armageddon. Let's throw all of them in there. 2 Michael Bay films. The Rock, Con Air, Armageddon. Like I want these action movies I grew up with and I love. I want to see those movies in 4K because I think the potential is endless. They would look amazing. Troll 2. Oh my god. No, I haven't. No. I've watched all 3 movies in one of the box set. I think it's the red one. Favorite alien invasion film? I mean, it's got to be Signs. That's in my top 20 movies of all time. And then after that, I would go Independence Day just based on nostalgia. I also love Mars Attacks. One of your top 5 T2. Oh, you're asking, is one of my top 5 T2? No, I don't know if T2 would be in my top 5. It might be in my top 20. Maybe my top 10. I don't know. That's a very important movie for me, but no, it's not in my top 5. Do you like End of Days? I do like End of Days. I actually did a short on End of Days. I watched that this year, and I was like, damn, this movie really shocked me. It's actually a really good movie. I thought End of Days was spectacular. So I think that would make a really cool Arrow 4K edition. Oh my goodness, I'm way behind, guys. I don't know if they have. I don't know how many more they got that would make like a box set that would sell. Any more like premiere titles from Hitchcock. I could be wrong. Ken can't live without the core. The core. The Warner Hitcher 4K will have Dolby Vision Go. We'll get into it, Austin. I got all the info. 192. Who's ready for the hurricane? Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. Does anybody know what that is? Probably not. Yeah, it is. Brace ourselves. No, because Disney sucks, Tom. They suck. I'm glad I'm seeing some love for Frogman because I spent like $40-something on a big box set edition of it. Armed and Dangerous. Aaron Click says, Ken, is it wrong for me to wish for a month of 4K release drought so that I could just possibly maybe get more bought up on the watching the 4Ks I already bought? No. There are times where I'm like, can I get a week where 5 titles that I really am excited to watch and review don't come out? Because that's when it gets complicated. And I got to start making decisions on what I'm actually going to watch. And then stuff gets pushed to the side because newer stuff comes in next week. It becomes a problem. It becomes a problem for sure. I get it. Oh, it's too pixelated. Don't spoil it. Kino. I'm excited for the Kino sale. I got a lot of 4Ks to catch up on. Well, Steelbook is the Steelbook's the brand, right? Somebody told me this before. Steelbook is the actual brand that they're called. So they could be made out of paper and still call themselves Steelbook if they wanted to because that's the brand. Oh, I don't doubt it, Aviate. Scream Factory does not get the credit, but they're on another level when it comes to their transfers right now. Like their stuff is looking good. Like Poltergeist 2 blew me away. Like I was like, holy shit. Like I haven't bought a ton from Scream Factory this year because I haven't been interested in everything that they put out, and I'm trying not to get stuff that I'm not too interested in. Imagine that, right? I didn't get Phantoms because I said that movie sucked and I didn't want to own it, and I didn't buy it. But man, when I watch the Scream Factory release now, I'm like, you guys have figured it out. Like they do a great job. No, not totally. I'll go back. If there's something I really want to see, I'll go, of course. The right movie, the right circumstances will bring me back. But I'm kind of done for now. You know. Beetlejuice kind of killed it for me. I could take probably 4 or 5 months off and be okay. I could take the rest of the year off going to the theater, and I'll go see the Wolfman in January because I'm really excited for the Wolfman. What's up, Optimus? Oh yeah, go check out my wife and I's video. We ran down our spooky season watch list, and 2 of those movies we've already watched, and we're going to review hopefully soon. So if you haven't subscribed to Married with Media, okay, Married with Media, that's my wife and I's channel. It's linked down below in the description. Just hit the link, hit the subscribe button, and we do live streams every Monday. We do a lot of reviews, new movies and old movies, and yeah, it's a fun time over there. Hit the subscribe button. But we watched over the weekend. My wife and I watched Halloween 3, and we watched The Blob. Which every time I watch The Blob, I've been watching that movie since I was a kid. But every time I watch that movie, I'm like, this movie is like seriously. I know people talk about it, but it's seriously underrated. Like it is one of the best 80s horror movies in my opinion. I think that movie's great. Like it goes for it. Like it is nasty and ugly and it's fearless. Like it does not care. So I love The Blob. I love The Blob. It will kill anybody. Anybody. Like there's so many deaths in that movie. So many deaths that you don't expect, and the way that they happen is so gruesome. I think The Blob is an underrated like masterpiece. It's fantastic. The 80s one, directed by Chuck Russell. I actually haven't seen the 50s one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Faculty 4K, but I don't think Screen Factory has it anymore. I don't. Amityville 2, the Possession 4K would be awesome if Vinegar Syndrome put that out. I'll have a movie room tour soon. Nah, I got most of those movies on 4K. I don't need the box set. Oh, that's cool, Jordan. You were watching Quadrants from Full Moon. There's so much stuff on Tubi. Like a lot of this boutique stuff is on Tubi. So if you want to sample some of these releases before you buy them, which I would recommend when you're getting into the more obscure horror stuff, Tubi's a great resource. The Kiss. I can't believe it either, Kevin. Can't believe it either. I think it is great. I think it is great. Yeah, I just watched it, I think, last year for the first time. Another obscure one I would recommend is from Warner Archive, and it's called Night School. I watched that like 5 or 6 years ago, and that movie has so many great twists and turns. By the time it gets to the end, I'm like, what the hell just happened? Like it was an excellent movie. So Night School, and the cover of that, it does not make it look like it's going to be a great movie at all. All right, guys, I got to skip a little bit in the chat. I apologize if I miss anybody, but I'm way behind. Oh, you want some new clips on the Tree of Woe? Is that what you want? Well, you know what? Sometimes the classics are the classics for a reason. You know what I think of you wanting new clips? Here's what I think.
It stinks! Someplace stinks!
I think that idea stinks. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I need something new. You're right. You're 100% right. You're right to call me out. What's up, Mozart's Ghost? What's up, Steve? R2P. What's going on? Twisters is sold out now. 2 hours and 18 minutes. Is that Megalopolis? Oh yeah, they won that one. Boutique of the year for that. Yeah, I need to watch that. Oh, that's the dream release for me. Second Sight Nightcrawler on 4K. They have to do that. Like that feels like Second Sight. That's so Second Sight Nightcrawler on 4K. Um, I need it. I need it in my veins. Oh, speaking of Stardust, Michelle, I also got my Stardust Steelbook in. I actually forgot I ordered this, but I guess I did. I don't own the movie, so I heard some good things about it. Was it got Michelle Pfeiffer, Claire Danes, Robert De Niro, directed by Matthew Vaughn, 2007. Yeah, I remember this coming out, and I was like, that looks stupid. Because this is around the time like the Narnia movies and stuff were coming out. I wasn't into those, and this just kind of reminded me of like Narnia. So I never watched it, but now I've heard good things about it. I'll check it out. So Stardust. I've been having good luck with Amazon. Like my body double and Stardust was shipped together in a little bubble bag. Okay, almost no protection at all, and they're both pristine. No problems at all. I don't want to brag or make anybody feel bad. October. It has to end when the Kino sale starts. Like that's when it has to end. Yeah, I haven't seen everybody show off pictures of it. And I'm like, damn, I need that. I need that. Damn it. I don't know if I'm gonna get it right away. I don't feel like it's gonna sell out. Um, I'll get it at some point. It's Nudie Magazine Day. Nudie Magazine Day. Nudie Magazine Day. Steve, yes, grabbed it at Walmart today. Is the 4K of Long Legs at Walmart? I seen people pick up the Blu-ray there, but I want the 4K. I'll probably get it in when's that come out? November? I'd say November, maybe December. I don't know. It's got to come all the way from Australia. What's up, Lutulo? I picked up Chronicles of Riddick, Arrow 4K, and Kill. Amazon exclusive Steelbook. Kill is very insane revenge movie. Shaun of the 20th anniversary Steelbook. Yeah, the Shaun of the Dead stuff looks nice. Yeah, but I mean, Shaun of the Dead already has a 4K. Are they? I guess adding Dolby Vision maybe. Well, that's Universal, right? Is that Universal putting that out? So, yeah, I mean, it already has a 4K, so I'm curious to like what's the differences. Are there going to be new features, anything like that? Yeah, that's I got Chronicles of Riddick. I need to watch it still. Yeah, you're probably onto something there. I'm sure that's the reason why, because I got Happy Gilmore 2 coming out for sure. But still, it's like, his company, his production company's Happy Madison. He shows equal amount of respect to both movies. Like he did Billy Madison first. Like I think Billy Madison was made to have a sequel. Like there's something there for a sequel. Like Adam is older, he's taking his father's role, and his son is doing the same stuff that he used to do, and now he has to go back through school again. Like it writes itself. Like yeah, it's gonna be like the same movie again, but you could add different stuff in there throughout. I want Billy Madison too. Happy Gilmore, like what? I know there's a plot. He comes back and tries to win the gold jacket again. Is just as good as golf as he was, I'm sure. Um, but I don't know. I just don't think that's as interesting as where you could go with Billy Madison too. It should born pasta. It should, but I mean, sometimes Amazon will burn you and they'll send it without the slip. It has happened, but you should get the slip if you order from Amazon. The price is wrong, Bob. Oh, it does. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't. They didn't make that clear. That's awesome though. Yeah, he did. That was a great Tom Savini effect. Yeah, I wanted to get that. I never did. I just, like I said, I can't get everything, guys. Really trying not to get everything, but I do want that at some point. I put McGregor and Mary's name because she's Ewan McGregor's wife. Is she? Isn't she like 20 years younger than him? I guess that doesn't matter, especially not in Hollywood. Or maybe I'm just maybe she's older than I think. She's probably my age, maybe a little bit older, so maybe she might be 40 now. I'm getting old, so um but Ewan McGregor's like got to be 60, right? Um I actually haven't seen The River Wild. I have not. I have not seen The Peanut Butter Solution. Kevin Bacon does play a good villain. I like Lady in the Water. I like The Happening too. You're right, Michelle. You're right. Untouchables too. Yeah. Well, Rush Hour, they may license that, but I still don't think it's Rush Hour. They're actually an 8K. No, God, I want to see that so bad. We couldn't make it out to see it though, and we're done with the theaters. That's a movie that I can watch. I can buy it on physical when it comes out. But I love that director. That's the same director that did Revenge. Sorry, I'm getting up, guys. Sometimes I just like to randomly get up and walk around my room when I got 277 people watching me. Um, Revenge has an awesome Second Sight edition that is beautiful. So I'm hoping that maybe The Substance gets the same treatment. I don't know. That would be cool. Second Sight can't do everything. It's like I want them to, not everything, because then I wouldn't have enough money to buy all those releases. But there's a lot of stuff I would love for Second Sight to do. But yeah, I really want to see The Substance. Yeah. See, I haven't read those books since I was probably 13 or 14. I read it when I was pretty young. Like I went from Goosebumps to Stephen King. Goosebumps was like my gateway. And I remember reading it, and it was like that book freaked me out. I watched the movie all the time. Um, yeah, I love that story. I tried rereading it a few years ago, but I only got like 150 pages in. Um, I haven't really tried Audible though. Okay. I used to like the author, what was his name? Richard Lehman. I never see his stuff anywhere anymore, but he had a couple of books that I bought that were really good back in the day. One was The Island, and I think the other one was Black Rain. And they were both really cool. Like, I don't know why his stuff was never like adapted because The Island would have made a really awesome movie. Um, but yeah, I think I still got those in my collection. Maybe. That is genuinely creepy. Yeah, look at your Barnes and Noble because I think it's I don't know if it's exclusive to Barnes and Noble, but I know it's new in Barnes and Noble because I saw somebody else show it off in theirs before I went to look for it. But that might cost a lot of money if I do that. I really just wanted to like own a good nice edition of it. So I'm fine with that cover. Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready. I want more 90s action on 4K. I want Broken Arrow on 4K so bad. I need that stuff. I'm getting to the point where all these obscure horror movies in 4K is cool, But it's like I want these movies that I grew up watching in 4K, you know, because a lot of them have like kind of shitty Blu-rays, and they're not so great. So I want these movies that I love that I grew up with uh, to get some awesome treatment. A lot of movies from the '90s just haven't. They haven't. There's a lot of movies from the '90s that have, but it feels like physical media in general is a little bit more biased towards like the '70s and '80s. I don't know. I just don't feel like the '90s gets like the same level of 4K treatment that those decades do. Yep, Tom, we're going to get into it. I guess I should get into it since we're already an hour into the show. But I like to hang out with you guys, read the chat. That's kind of the fun of this for me. I mean, The Happening is one of the best unintentional comedies of all time. The Happening is hilariously bad, and I love it. Oh, the horror. Now that we have the first Nightmare 4K coming, do you think there will be a 4K Nightmare box set in the future? It's tough to say. I mean, you would have to think at this point it's going to be Warner Brothers that's going to do it because they won't relinquish the rights to Nightmare. Um, Even though, like, a part of me thought a couple of months ago that maybe I was holding out hope that maybe Arrow Video secured the rights to the sequels on 4K, and maybe they would put out a box set, kind of like they did the Child's Play box set, and have the first Nightmare movie on Blu-ray because Warner Brothers wouldn't let them have that on 4K, and then do all the other ones in 4K. I would have bought that in a heartbeat. I don't care if the first Nightmare is on Blu-ray or not because I already had the 4K from Warner Brothers. I was like, well, maybe Warner Brothers doesn't see the value in the sequels, but maybe they'll license those out to like an Arrow Video. That's kind of what I was hoping for, but as time goes on, I don't think that's going to happen. I think more realistically, what I think is going to happen is next year, probably around the same time, Warner Brothers is going to announce some kind of little package release of all 7 of the Nightmare on Elm Street films on 4K. I don't think it's going to be a nice box set because Warner Brothers just really doesn't do that kind of stuff. We may get lucky and like the Rocky franchise, and I'm kind of using the Rocky franchise as a template here. We'll get steelbooks of all the movies that kind of match the first one. I know people weren't fans of the first one, but they'll kind of match up with the first one, be kind of like that, like the Rocky steelbooks. But what Nightmare on Elm Street like really deserves is something like the Superman steelbook set, like a big, nice 10 steelbook set of Nightmare on Elm Street, and a nice, just regular box set of Nightmare on Elm Street as well. But I think it's going to be very similar to the Blu-ray set they put out. It may have different artwork. It's going to be a little bit bigger because I think there's 2 movies on a disc in that set. They'll all be individual 4K discs. And I think they'll just be in there to where you flip the disc. I think it'll just be a flippable case. And they'll have all 7 of the Nightmare on Elm Street, like they did the Rocky set. They'll have all 7 of the Nightmare on Elm Street films on 4K, the original ones. I think they'll give the remake maybe to Arrow Video. I don't know. And that'll be it. That'll be all she wrote for Nightmare on Elm Street. They'll be like, take it. There you go. Aren't you happy now? And there'll be arguments. At least they're giving us the movies on 4K. You only care about packaging. And then people will be like, where's the nice box set? Where I fall on that is look, we're getting all this nice shit now from everybody. It's like the standards have rose, at least for us collectors. The standards have rose. And for Nightmare on Elm Street, one of the greatest horror franchises of all time, Warner Brothers has seen what Scream Factory has done with Friday the 13th. They've seen what they've done with Halloween. Like, they've seen all these nice box sets coming out for all these prestigious horror franchises like Halloween and Friday the 13th. And they know they have the third one. There's 3 top horror franchises. It's Halloween, it's Friday the 13th, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. They know they have the third one. It's like, why wouldn't you all give that the same treatment? If you want to keep it, you're the ones that want to keep it. So give it the treatment that it deserves, and I don't have faith that they will. I just don't. Because, yes, it's about the movies themselves. Yes, it's about having them on 4K. But like, to deny that it's not about the packaging in a lot of cases with some of these movies and franchises when it comes to us and collecting, um, is just wrong. We want cool stuff to add to the collection. Like, we want these things housed in nice sets, to display on our shelves, to pull off the shelves. Like, that means something to us. That means something to me. So yes, packaging 100% does matter to me. I don't want Nightmare on Elm Street in a little flippable case. I think that's lazy and it's disrespectful to one of the greatest horror franchises of all time. That's just my opinion. The last classic Arnold film for me is Eraser. I love Eraser, so I'm with you. But End of Days came after, and that's a good movie. Damn. See, you know what? I have not seen Village of the Damned. That'll be a first time watch. I've seen the original because Warner Archive put it out, and I watched it a couple of years ago, but I haven't seen John Carpenter's. Oh, well, nice. That was a nice Blu-ray cover on that. I don't have any contacts over at Disney. Okay, Disney stays as far away from me as they possibly can. Maybe it's like the 20 times I put "I hate Disney" on my thumbnails. I don't know. No, I can't get nobody to talk to me at Disney. They don't send me nothing. All I can do is keep calling them out for their bullshit, and maybe they'll do something, but they won't. They don't care. They don't care. They could give two shits. Because there's so many people that are connected to them in this world that want the same stuff that I do. And I know they've been telling them stuff as well. They don't care. They could give two shits. Yeah, I mean, look, if they would start licensing stuff out, I'm sure there's a label that would love to do that. Love to do that release. Like, I haven't seen the movie, but from what I hear about it, like, that would make a cool Vinegar Syndrome 4K. Maybe Scream Factory, So, yeah, they don't have to do them themselves, but like license this shit out. Like, open up your library to people. It's ridiculous. Good night, Steven. Oh yeah, man. It shows how lazy modern horror films are. The Blob and its special effects blows away most modern movies. Oh, it's so great. Oh my goodness. Like, some of the like moments of the Blob on the ceiling and stuff looks a little dated, the stop motion effects and stuff, but like, it's incredible what they did with the effects in that movie. Oh my God. It's so good. Yeah, I really want to see it. Yeah, Night School's badass. That's what I've heard, Michelle. I mean, I think last year they started it early. Didn't they start in like early September last year? It was like earlier than normal. I would anticipate, um, if they haven't done it now, we're almost in October. So I would say mid-October, early to mid-October. We'll get the Rocktober sale. Yeah, that's what people say. I think everybody feels old. You feel old, but then somebody that's 65 will come at you and be like, "You feel old. 51's young." And then somebody that's 65 and says they're old, there'll be a 90-year-old that chimes in, 65, at least you can still move around. Um, you know. Nice, Jay, bro. What's up, Captain Horror? Amazon is shipping my releases to me in boxes now. I can't believe I had somebody else send me a picture of that too. I still don't get my Amazon releases in boxes, but that's cool that they're up in their packaging game a little bit. Maybe because they get all kinds of returns all the time, tinted steelbooks, and they're like, "Oh, we need to do something about this." These collectors actually care about the packaging. What the hell? I thought it was just about the movie. It didn't matter if the the slip was torn or the steelbook was dented. Just a bad experience every time I go. I mean, I don't have a. If I had I know some people got great theaters, where people, not necessarily people, but the theater actually follows the rules and keeps things clean and nice and organized, and you actually have good setups and presentations, in your theater. But I just don't. We don't have that. All our theaters are shit. Around here, and it's becoming a hassle. It's so far away, and it's so much money, and I just don't. It's always a bad experience. It's like if I spend 70 to 80 bucks and it's a great experience, I don't mind going back. But if I spend that much money, it's a shitty experience, and I just don't care to go anymore. Most of these movies come out on streaming and physical within 2 months, so I can wait. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Oh, it's a movie? Yeah, you're right. But didn't they do didn't Second Sight do a movie once? Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I got that my VHS tape of that still. It's up on the shelf. Ken, what would you say is a sequel you thought would be bad that you ended up loving? I mean, recently Twisters, I didn't have very high hopes for that, and actually, I'm not gonna say I loved it, but I liked it a lot. Let me see. And another one. See, I don't know if there's any I just thought would outright be bad, but Doctor Sleep is one that I was kind of so on and was like, I don't know if they should do this or not. But when I watched it, I loved it. So there's a couple examples. But again, they weren't ones that I thought were gonna suck or that I didn't think they should do. Well, it's a great one to have, Gary. Michelle D says, crazy that there are all these obscure films we can get 4Ks of, but we're missing so many mainstream titles that were really popular when they came out. Disney, Fox being the worst offenders. Yeah. I mean, it all comes down to the rights. These boutique labels, if some of them could get their hands on some of these movies, they would put them out. Don't ever blame the boutique labels for the movies they're putting out. They're doing the best they can to get the stuff that they can get because a lot of the studios have a chokehold on some of these movies. So they're doing what they can, and Vinegar Syndrome just does their own thing, and they're successful, spending 10 cents to get the rights to an obscure horror film from the early 80s and put it out with a nice slipcover, and they can make a great return on their investment. So that's kind of their business model. But all the other labels like Arrow Video, if they could get some of these movies, they would put them out in a heartbeat. 100%. What's up, Murder Hobo Media? How are you doing? Glad you can join me for the first time. Did we get to 100 likes? I'm assuming that we did. There's 284 people in here right now. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Damn it. I'm sorry I yelled. I apologize for that. I'll never do it again. Where are we at? 161. 161. Okay, so it's time for me to give away the digital code for Bringing Out the Dead. Bringing Out the Dead. I don't know if this includes the special features or not. Maybe it will. But there you go. Make sure you redeem it before September 17th, 2026. All right. There you go. And I will be giving away Body Double when we hit 200 likes. 200 likes. I set the goals high, guys, because it's possible. With the people that's in here right now, we could hit 200 likes within seconds if everybody hit the like button. And look, I'll set another goal because I got Stardust too. I'll give away Stardust at 250 if we hit that. The likes help the stream. Freddy Krueger, because of my childhood and nostalgia, always hearing about but not allowed to watch, is my favorite horror villain. I get it. He's a great horror villain. Probably my favorite too. What's up, Deadly Spooky? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, damn. But Frank, what about the transfer, man? Sometimes a great transfer can make a terrible movie um a little bit better than terrible. So, um I've heard from a lot of people that it's not great. I will say that. One, John Carpenter, I hope that they do vampires next because that would look incredible in 4K. That's almost like a Western film. So yeah, hope they do vampires. And y'all keep talking about that movie. I need to. I got the DVD of it. Somebody sent it to me, so I guess I need to watch it. Wow, Frank, you coming in with the hot takes tonight, Frank? That is one of my. I love Body Double, but Blowout's phenomenal too. Like Brian De Palma is just one of my favorite directors. But Body Double was so freaking weird. Like that scene where they're falling, where he's following them around in the mall. Like that's such a weird scene, and it just made me feel uncomfortable. But yeah, I love Body Double. It's excellent. Oh shit, magnets, bro. Yeah, you made the right choice. You definitely don't want me on your TV, Frank. Steven said it's his favorite Carpenter movie. Damn. I got an LG OLED C2 model that I got back in 2022. So it is a good TV. Um, People keep saying they're having bad experiences with Groove. I've never had a bad experience with Groove. Never. Never, never. They always send their stuff in boxes for me. So I wonder what the difference is. All right. So let's get into the Hitcher news real quick. So Warner Brothers, I don't think they've officially announced it yet, but this was broke on the digital bits, which I use them a lot because Bill Hunt is pretty reliable. He's in the industry. He knows what he's talking about in a lot of cases. Um, so they got word from Warner Brothers that they are doing a standalone 4K version of the Hitcher in the States. Warner Brothers is putting that out. And let me start reading the article. Heads up, Digital Bits readers. We've got some great and exclusive breaking news for all of you here at the site for you today. And it comes to you direct from the good people at Warner Brothers Discovery Home Entertainment. Now, many of you will no doubt have been wondering exactly why it is that Second Sight in the UK had to stop taking pre-orders for this title from customers here in the United States. Well, with this announcement this afternoon, now we finally know why. Here are all the official details straight from the studio. So that is pretty interesting. And it kind of makes me wonder like what the communication was like between Warner Brothers and Second Sight. Like why, or was it just an accident? Like did Second Sight accidentally make it available to the States when they weren't supposed to and they caught it later on in the day? Because I think it was handled like that day or maybe the next day. But if they thought they were able to sell it in the US, like who where did the miscommunication come from? Did Warner Brothers tell them that up front? Hey, you can't sell this in the States because we're going to put it out? Or did they wait until they put it up for pre-order and then say, hold up, we're putting this out too. You got to take that down. Like, how exactly did that go? Because I'll be honest, like I tend to side with Second Sight, and I think all the miscommunication was probably on Warner Brothers' end. Um, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that is pretty interesting because yes, if you want to get the Hitcher from the Second Sight website and you're in the US, you cannot. It's not on there. Now, if you ordered it when they had it up, they will honor that. They've said that they will honor that. But then they took it down. If you're in the States, you cannot order that from the Second Sight website. But you can get it on Diabolic, Orbit, Grindhouse Video. Like, it is available in some of the third-party sources here in the States. But let's get back to it. Coming to 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray disc from Warner Brothers Discovery Home Entertainment, October 22nd, newly remastered in Dolby Vision HDR. See, somebody asked if it was going to have HDR or Dolby Vision earlier, and it does. From a new 4K scan of the original camera negative, the Hitcher 1986. So this is going to have a 4K version, and there's also going to be a Blu-ray version as well with the same color, with the same cover. And the Blu-ray version is going to be a 4K scan as well. Now, if I scroll all the way down here to the bottom, because a lot of people were wondering this as well, it says, for those of you who may be wondering, note that this UHD release features the exact same new 4K scan and remaster that Second Sight is releasing in the UK on September the 30th. And the new Blu-ray edition is mastered from this new scan as well. So if you're looking for a more affordable option to purchase this title here in the States rather than importing it from the UK, now you have one available. And it says the 4K is going to be $24.99 and the Blu-ray is going to be $21.99. So there you go, guys. Like, it is the same scan. So you don't have to worry about the quality of the disc being inferior to the Second Sight because it's the same scan, which makes me wonder, like, what was the deal between Warner Brothers and Second Sight? Because I'm assuming that up front, Warner Brothers told Second Sight that they could do the 4K of the Hitcher, but they were going to use their scan later to do their own 4K. And maybe Second Sight, or again, going back to the miscommunication, didn't know how soon they were going to put it out. But I do think the timing is kind of interesting. And I don't think it's a coincidence that they announced this the week that all the Hitcher pre-orders are shipping to the customers. I think that was also maybe a part of the deal. Like, Second Sight's like, well, can you at least wait till we start shipping ours out so people don't start canceling our orders when they know a cheaper option's available? So I do think it's kind of interesting that the week that all these Hitchers start shipping out to everybody that bought it, Warner Brothers announces a standard 4K of the Hitcher. Now, honestly, the people that bought the Second Sight 4K of the Hitcher are probably wouldn't want to cancel their order anyway. Because the money's been spent. They're like, you know what? I'm just going to get this nice edition of the Hitcher. I love this movie. Like, you don't get an edition like that if you don't love the movie. So I don't think it's a case where, like, maybe a very small percentage of people that ordered that would hear about a standard 4K, then cancel their order and get the standard 4K. I could be wrong, but I just feel like if you put that money into the Hitcher on 4K from Second Sight, like, you love Second Sight, you love the Hitcher, you want that edition. But what this does create is a nice opportunity for people that didn't want to spend all that money. Maybe they like the Hitcher, but they don't like the Hitcher that much, to now get the Hitcher in 4K in the States for a very affordable price of $24.99. And it has the same scan as the one from Second Sight. Now, this one is lacking. It also has Dolby Atmos as well. This one is lacking quite a few special features that the Second Sight is going to have also. But this does have an audio commentary by the director and writer, and you have a new video interview with Robert Harmon. So I'm assuming that new video interview is maybe on the Second Sight, but that could be a new interview for this release. Because I know the new Second Sight edition has an interview with C. Thomas Howell, and I think Robert Harmon as well. But I don't know if this is going to be the same interview, because why would they just use one interview and not all the interviews? So I don't know. I don't know. The whole thing's kind of a little strange, but it makes sense, I guess. And down here you see you got the 4K and you got the Blu-ray. But I don't know. What do you guys think of all this? Are you somebody that ordered the Second Sight? Now you're pissed because you would have got a cheaper version? Let me know that. Let's see. I'm really surprised they haven't done Dirty Harry yet. Oh, nice. Yeah, they do good stuff. They do good stuff. Yeah, same here. I'm losing my memory, guys. My problem is I forget about a movie like a week after I watch it. Like I can remember like the broad strokes. I can remember that I liked it. Um, but you want to try to get me to pick out like scenes and details of the movie. I can't. Like I may remember the beginning, I remember after, I remember some of the vibe and the themes going on, performances, but it's like I can't remember like moments of the movie anymore. It's sad. When I was a kid, I could like quote movies frontwards and backwards, and I can't even do that anymore. Getting old sucks. Sure. I like some of those movies. Oh, definitely, Frank. Yeah, where's In the Mouth of Madness? Come on now. Yeah, for sure. I need to rewatch that movie. Um, well, I will say for Body Double, I I don't know what it was when I pre-ordered it. I don't think it wasn't 45, I know that. It might have been 35. But I think it was below 35. I think it was like 33 or 34 when I pre-ordered it. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Encino Man, come on now. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Like that would be an awesome addition. Uh Steven smoking crack. It could be. Could be. I don't discourage anybody from smoking crack while you watch one of my streams. In fact, I think it might lead to a better experience watching me. Um Damn you, Frank. The new Hitcher artwork looks just like my vomit after drinking tequila sunrises all night. You talking about the second side or the Warner Brothers? The Warner Brothers is just the poster. Uh I've been thinking about getting 4K set of Michael Keaton Batman movies and the Kilmer and Clooney movies, and the transfer is worth it. I have only seen this is the only one I bought back in the day because when I was first getting into 4K, I was not into going back for like movies I already had on Blu-ray and upgrading them. Like if it came out on 4K and I didn't own it, I would buy it. Um, so I had Batman on Blu-ray. So I never got Batman on 4K, the 1989 version. I need to get it at some point. But I bought Batman Returns on 4K because I did not own that one. So I have watched Batman Returns on 4K, and it's a fantastic transfer from what I remember. It was a great transfer. So that's the only one I can speak to. I can only imagine that Forever and Batman and Robin look great. Like visually, those movies are just really colorful and fantastic. With the Joel Schumacher style and stuff. So say what you want about the movies, but I'm sure those transfers look great. But I haven't seen anything but Batman Returns, but it looked great. Oh yeah, that's interesting that they actually work over there too. Yeah, you could be right. Whoever redeemed it, let me know if you're from the UK because I'd be curious. Yeah, I mean, it's the only way I'm willing to give away digital codes at this point. I used to, ask questions, trivia questions, people answer in the chat and stuff, but it got so difficult to like the people that would win. It was so hard for me to like chase people down on Instagram to give away digital codes. It's just so much easier to do it this way. So I mean, if you want it, you gotta be quick. And we only got 194 likes, guys. Got 6 more to go. Oh, is it sold out now? Yeah, I didn't know it was sold out. No, I didn't watch Chopper yet. I did not. Yeah, and I mean, look, it's the same transfer. So it's like if you're just gonna watch it for the movie, and you don't care about the special features, like it's a great option. Now one thing I'm wondering, the picture doesn't show a slipcover. Is it gonna at least have a slipcover on it? I hope so. Come on now. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. The way you said that was was kind of pretentious. But I'm sure the WB release will be serviceable. AKA shit compared to the second sight version. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, they definitely knew what they were doing. Like they definitely knew what they were doing. It was no coincidence they announced it when they all shipped. Um, because it's coming out quick. Like it's not like they announced it for like December or something. Like it's coming out in October, October the 22nd. So that's like what, 4 weeks away? That's coming out. Okay. Okay. I mean, it says it's the same transfer, Plainview. Warner Bros. Does a good job. Now, I'm sure the 4K will not have the Blu-ray. The second site will have the 4K and the Blu-ray, but Warner Bros. Doesn't usually do the 4K and the Blu-ray anymore. Yeah, my Late Night with the Devils edition has shipped, but from Australia, who knows when I'll get it. Hopefully, I get it in October. But the thing is that I don't know. I might watch it. But it's like I'm getting ready to get that movie on 4K from Second Sight also. So it's like I'm happy to get the Umbrella one to showcase it and show it off and get into the packaging and the VHS tape and all that stuff. I don't know if I'll actually watch that version though, unless I have to look into it as if there's different features in the Second Sight, but or I'll just wait for the Second Sight 4K. Nice, nice, nice. 2 books. You gotta love the 2 books, man. Look, I was on a Second Sight battle last night. If you guys didn't watch it, over on Mega Mike the Movie Man's channel. I linked it on my community tab. So if you didn't check it out, go check it out after the stream or tomorrow if you got some time. But it was a really great nail biting battle between Second Sight Films and Vinegar Syndrome. I was on Team Second Sight, and yeah, we pulled multiple Second Sight releases and tried to use the 2 book argument as as why the release should win. But Dawn of the Dead, I think no, Dawn of the Dead doesn't have 2 books. Drive has 2 books, and also Picnic at Hanging Rock has 2 books. So yeah, 2 books. That's a win for me. Yeah, options are nice. Well, check it out, Night 90. You don't know the Hitcher? You got Night of the Living Dead 1990 poster, and you don't know the Hitcher? Definitely check it out. It's a good movie. Yes, like Dog Day Afternoon would be an awesome like Arrow video release. But I'll take it from Warner Brothers. Doesn't Warner Brothers have that? Yeah, Cuckoo's Nest, like those have got to be coming out next year. Oh, that's true, Screaming Geek. But it still would be a little bit cheaper in the States. I don't think Scream Factory is opposed to doing any movie. After they did Phantoms, like all bets are off. All bets are off. And the Carrie remake. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even remember hearing too much about it when it came out, as far as like whether or not it was good or not. Yes, Bobby, I love my grain. My favorite transfers um are from Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow Video, and they do such a great job, both of those companies, at balancing nice, consistent film grain with a clean, clear picture quality. They balance those two perfectly. And those are always the best like 4Ks to me. Not the super grainy ones where you can't make anything out, and not the super cleaned up ones like, the Cameron 4Ks. But the perfect like balance between, I think Vinegar Syndrome and um, Arrow Video pulled that off better than anybody else, and Second Sight too, to an extent. No, I'll probably talk about Shaun of the Dead next week, but we talked about it a little bit earlier, so I guess we did. John, I don't even know what that is. I have to do some research on that. I didn't know they had a giveaway tool. I'll have to look into that, man. Did we hit 200? I think we did. Yeah, it's a good price, man. Like if you're interested in the movies, I had somebody comments like, "I don't like that you're telling me to get this. You can't tell me what to do." I'm like, "Look, just because I say this is a must own, you got to get it. It doesn't mean like I'm lecturing you or telling you have to get it. I'm just trying to show my excitement and my enthusiasm for the release. And I'm sorry, but a big box that you see it up there behind me with 4Ks in it and a Fangoria magazine and a big nice poster, like $63. Like, how is that not worth it? Like the movies are good. Like, how is that not worth it? I've seen companies sell one movie in a little side loading slipcase for $70. Cough, cough, Severin with the Opera 4K. Like, how is that not worth it? Paramount putting out a really nice, like it's quality, like it's a quality box set. $63, like that's crazy. That's crazy good value, you know. But of course, if you're not interested in the movies or you don't care about 4K, then don't get it, you know. All right. I think I made it to the end. All right, let's Ken, you read me perfectly. When we get freaking Amadeus on 4K, damn it. Son of a bitch. All right, let's get into the Arrow stuff. So I'm gonna pull up Instagram. So Arrow always does these nice little teases because they're a tease of a company. And this is what they put out today. So I'm looking to you guys. Does this mean anything to you? This is their tease for their Friday announcements. Now, we do already know, or we have a pretty good indication that we're getting the Cell on 4K with J Lo, and we're getting the Sam Raimi movie. Damn, The Gift on Blu-ray. So those will probably be announced Friday. But what is this? Oh, hey, Mama Blu-ray, how are you doing? What is Detective Los Angeles Police 2505? I'm going to be honest. When I saw the 2505, I'm like, does that mean the movie's set in 2505? And then I started thinking Demolition Man, but I'm like, that movie was not set that far in the future. So people in the comment section were calling out Demolition Man. As much as I like, oh my God, like Demolition Man on 4K from Arrow Video. Like I would faint probably if they did that. I would be so excited. That would be my like release of the year instantly. Instantly. Well, I don't know if it could be Twisters, but like depending on the artwork on the box set, like Demolition Man on 4K, are you kidding me? From Arrow Video? Like that's a dream release. And last year, they shocked the world with the Warriors box set. Like that, I don't think anybody expected the Warriors to come on 4K from Arrow Video. And they shocked the world with that one. So maybe Demolition Man. Maybe, but the showing the badge doesn't scream Demolition Man to me. Like if they showed a picture of Taco Bell symbol like that, that might be Demolition Man. Because I don't think of Demolition Man as like a cop movie. So I think they showed the badge to indicate this is some kind of a cop movie. And I just don't think of Demolition Man as a traditional cop movie. So I don't think this is Demolition Man. But God, I hope so. I would be so excited. let's see. Some people are calling out some stuff in the chat. I saw a lot of people call out Dragnet. I think that's a good guess. Didn't Shout Factory put that out? Maybe it would be a UK version of Dragnet. But maybe Arrow Video got the 4K rights for it to put it out in the States. So I'd say Dragnet's a pretty good guess. I think it's a pretty good guess. Judge Dredd would be awesome. Not as awesome as Demolition Man, but it would be cool if they did Judge Dredd. Other people saying Dragnet. Somebody said LA Confidential. Like, that would be really cool too. Is that also Warner Brothers? I got that. Let me go grab that off the shelf just to make sure. I can never find anything. Okay. So this is why I went to go grab LA Confidential, because I heard people calling this one out. And I thought it was 20th Century Fox, and it is. So I look on the side, and it's 20th Century Fox for LA Confidential. So no, that's probably not going to happen. I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but it ain't. But I do have a nice edition of LA Confidential with a slip cover. You see that? Let me make myself a little bit bigger. Show off this incredible edition. You know, it's got a Walmart sticker on it still that I'm afraid to peel off. I got to get some Goo Gone or something. But it's a nice slip. I think I got this in the Walmart bin. Yeah. Or no, Best Buy. I got this in the Best Buy bin back in the day. Best Buy was awesome. Like a few years ago. $4.99. I got that at Best Buy. That's great. I used to get all kinds of good shit there. Slip covers and everything. Let's see. Nice that many Clint Eastwoods are coming to 4K. I have High Plains Drifter. I want the Outlaw. Yeah, a lot of people want the Outlaw Josie Wales. Yeah, a lot of people saying Dragnet. I think that's a good guess, and it may be correct. Nice Guys would be awesome. That's like a modern LA Confidential, but I don't see it happening. Okay, let's see. Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd comedy 2505 Los Angeles. So is that a thing in Dragnet? I haven't seen Dragnet. So is it actually, have you confirmed that 2505 is a thing in Dragnet? Let's see. Great stream as always, Ken. Thanks, says Barnabas Collins. Thank you so much, Barnabas. I appreciate that. $4.99 super chat. Let me give you a little clip. Let me give you a clip of some of my oldies, since I never change my clips. And I haven't showed her off tonight, so you know what? Here we go.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Little J Love. Thank you so much, Barnabas. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Oh, Fish has a good point. San Angeles. But wasn't it Los Angeles? It was Los Angeles in the beginning of the film, right? So am I wrong with that? So it was Los Angeles in the beginning. When, and that's the department that Sylvester Stallone worked for before he got frozen. So technically he was working for Los Angeles Police Department, right? Yeah, I mean, one time they just showed a bunch of lima beans or fava beans. That wasn't from Silence of the Lambs, but that was meant to indicate Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I would be excited for the Nice Guys. I really would. That would be cool. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. Yeah, people love Dragnet though. Like I think if it's going to be anything other than Dragnet at this point, people will be upset. Beverly Hills Cop and SWAT. I hope to God it's not SWAT. Oh my God. I remember watching SWAT and it was like the most boring 2 hours of my life. Does anybody like SWAT? Oh, are you serious? Well, this is not an overseas release. Did Fox have it at some point? I mean, I got this at Best Buy. Let me get to the bottom of this. Okay. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Because rights are weird. They're very weird and they're hard to understand and follow. It says distributed by Warner Brothers, Regency Enterprises. So why do I have 20th Century Fox on mine? I guess maybe they distributed for Warner Brothers for a little bit. But even then, like I looked on the back to see if I could see Warner Brothers logo anywhere, and I couldn't because usually they'll both be on there. So, okay. Well, cool. Maybe it is LA Confidential then. Sorry about that. I can only go what's on my releases, guys. Yeah, that is weird. It must have been an issue where they just had 20th Century Fox acquired Regency at one point, and then it went back to Warner Brothers. I don't know. Maybe when they did the Disney deal, then their Regency stuff went to Warner Brothers. Like I said, rights are weird. Not from my perspective. Like I thought that was a great. I thought To Live and Die in LA was a phenomenal 4K. I mean, I would take it, because I love that movie. But I don't need that because I already got a great transfer for that. So I would rather it be something else, but that is a great movie. I would rather it be Cruising on 4K, like a nice 4K edition of Cruising. We would never get that. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cobra would be badass. You have the disease and I'm the cure. Imagine a Lethal Weapon set like the Mexico trilogy. That'd be freaking awesome, man. Yeah, 2032. It's like we're almost to that year now. Oh, God. Oh, thank you, Ferdinand. I appreciate that. He said Dragnet Badger at 714. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think Dragnet's a pretty damn good guess, though. That feels like something that Arrow would do. But the Nice Guys is possible too, and LA Confidential now. I think those three are on the table. But it could be something completely different. I don't know. Could it be Beverly Hills Cop? Could it be the original Beverly Hills Cop? I mean, we got a good Paramount edition, right? I actually don't own the original Beverly Hills Cop on 4K. I got it on Blu-ray. I got the sequels on 4K. So that would be cool with me, I guess. Wouldn't it be awesome if they did all four of them in a nice box set with a new Netflix one? Yeah, SWAT. I remember SWAT being terrible. I haven't watched it since I was a teenager, though. So I was that Colin Farrell, Samuel L. Jackson. It wasn't very good. SWAT is really bad. SWAT is awesome. What's up, Ryan and OG? How are you doing, man? Another super chat from On Point. $4.99. Thank you so much. Ken, should other labels follow Vinegar Syndrome and make their announcements an event? I feel like they make buying their titles on release day fun. They do. And I 100% agree with you. I think that they should. I think they should. I think that Arrow does a good job. Arrow makes it feel like an event. I think Arrow does a good job. Yeah, there's not a counter on their website or anything like that, but Arrow does a good job of teasing the announcements like they're doing now, getting people hyped up, and then on Friday, the last Friday of the month, um, except for one time they did it on Thursday. I was like, "What are you all doing?" But the last Friday of the month, 10 a.m. I'm usually at work during that time, so I always know to check my phone. They drop all the announcements, you know. So but it would be cool. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome, they got their own little vibe going on. So I don't think that every other label should follow them exactly, but I do think that there are labels that could do a better job of building anticipation and getting people excited for their announcements. The one label I would like to see do, and then also the thing is that Vinegar Syndrome is unique because they drop the announcements for the month in that month. Like we'll get the October announcements for stuff that comes out at the end of the month. So there's a very small window. So I think another reason why that's exciting is because as soon as they drop the announcement, you're getting it within a month. Whereas the Arrow Video and Criterion and everybody else is always 2 or 3 months in advance. So you got to wait a little bit. But Vinegar Syndrome just throws out cool announcements and you can order it and then you're going to get it within a month. Like I remember ordering The Howling 2 like it was yesterday because I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I just got it this week and I watched it, and that's a cool thing about Vinegar Syndrome. And I think that's why people get excited for those as well. But what I was gonna say is Kino Lorber, I think, could do a better job at really like rounding up all their announcements. I know it would be a lot, and maybe that's why they don't do it. But maybe they could do it twice a month, since they always have like 30 to 40 releases every month. Maybe they could do 2 announcements in a month for stuff that's coming out. But I would like to see more structured announcements from them because it just feels like they're just throwing shit out there. And by the time it gets to like when the releases come out, like I can't even remember when this stuff is coming. It's just like, oh, well, that comes out next week. I didn't know that was already coming. It just gets a little confusing and messy with Kino Lorber. But I mean, they work hard and they don't focus on announcements or promotions all that much. They're just like, they're getting their hands on whatever movie they can get their hands on, and they're just throwing that shit out. They're just chucking it. But I respect Kino Lorber. I like Kino Lorber. Scream Factory is the one that really needs to figure out what the hell they're doing with their announcements, because they are all over the place with their announcements. Amazon gets their stuff. Like it's up on Amazon. You can see the covers and everything before Scream Factory actually announces it. They got pre-orders up like a couple days in advance. That's how the whole Faculty situation happened, where we thought the Faculty was coming out because they put it up for pre-order, but Scream Factory didn't actually announce it yet. And then it turns out they couldn't announce it because something happened at the last minute. So we got that whole situation. They need to really, like, they should be taking the Vinegar Syndrome model. Like they should be doing what Vinegar Syndrome does and announcing their stuff like at midnight or something, first of the month. But they're always all over the place. They announce most of the time it's on Monday, but sometimes they'll slip it into Tuesday randomly. And then if there's a holiday, they'll delay it like 3 days to Thursday. They're just all over the place. I've seen them announce stuff on Fridays. Like it just seems to be no rhyme or reason with Scream Factory. So they need to get their crap together. But thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. In addition to Arrow Video, I guess I can go ahead and cover Umbrella real quick, because they also announced their stuff for the month of January. And Umbrella's, I don't know if they're taking a cue from Arrow Video, but they're doing a good job of teasing their announcements and then dropping their announcements at a specific time. Now it's an Australian label, so the time that they drop it, if you're in the States, is kind of weird because it always happens at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So I always wake up and check my feed, and all the Umbrella announcements are there. But they dropped some cool stuff. Let me make this a little bit bigger, guys. One One release in particular I'm very excited for, but here's a movie called Severance, which I don't think I've heard of this film. I have seen the TV show that was on Apple TV, but I have not heard of this movie. So it's featuring a similar satirical British sucker punch as Shaun of the Dead. So they're saying it's similar as Shaun of the Dead. You get 8 archival featurettes and an audio commentary. This loaded release comes with a new interview with writer-director Christopher Smith and a new interview with actor Andy Nyman. Okay. So yeah, looks like a cool release. Severance. Quirky British horror comedy. Then you got Creep. And I knew there was another Creep movie, but I was like, you all released the wrong Creep. You should have done the found footage film from 2014, because I love Creep. They could have done a box set, Creep and Creep 2. Creep is so freaking awesome. I discovered that movie on Netflix, I think back in like 2016 or something, but I just fell in love with it. That would have been an awesome box set, but I haven't seen this Creep. I'm sure it's fine as well. Fine horror film. Looks pretty gnarly. But that's getting a Blu-ray box set. Then we got this one I'm excited about. This movie is freaking awesome. It's batshit insane, but it's awesome. It's basically Ryan Gosling and it's not a blow-up doll, it's an actual doll. Is it a blow-up doll? I think it's like an actual like sex doll or something. So he basically drags this doll around with him. There's something wrong with him, and that's like his girlfriend. But it's I want to say it's a dark comedy. It's a dark comedy. There are serious moments in the movie. The premise is ridiculous, but the moments in the movie are kind of treated with some seriousness. But it is funny. It is a funny movie, and Ryan Gosling is great. This is one of his earlier movies. This is like 2007. So Lars and the Real Girl is a 100% top recommendation for me. It's a weird movie. Yeah, the weird and wonderful heart warmer with an all-time silent performance from Bianca the sex doll. So he's carrying the sex doll around with him the whole movie. And it's fantastic. I love this movie. So this is the one I was the most excited about for sure. Because it's like, do I need a big box set for Lars and the Real Girl? No, but I've only got the movie on DVD, and I don't even know if it has a Blu-ray in the States. I would have to look that up, but I got it on DVD at the Dollar Tree just because I wanted to own it when it was there. So do I need a big box set of Lars and the Real Girl? No, but it's going to be cool to have, and it is a great movie. So I do highly recommend that. On point with another $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. In a hypothetical scenario, if every single movie ever made was available for digital purchase for $5, would it be worth buying physical media? Yes, because, and this may be controversial, I don't just buy physical media for the movie. I don't. The movie's a big part of it, but there's a lot that goes into it. First, I mean, there's the quality of the actual like transfer and the disc like is going to be superior to streaming. Now, maybe we get to a point where it matches pretty comparably, and you can't notice that much. I'm sure we can get to the point where that happens. But even then, even in this hypothetical scenario, I wouldn't trust that they would stay on there and be available forever. The only way I'm going to fully buy into that and trust it is if I have it in my actual collection. And I'm just big into like physical things. Like I like to touch things. We are physical beings. We like to hold things and covet things physically. That's a big part of what makes us, who we are. And I'm into collecting for the collectible aspect of it, for the packaging. You would have to have all these special features be on those as well. Like that's another big component. All the incredible special features that could be on some of these releases. There's so many reasons why physical media is better than streaming. that go beyond just availability of the film itself. But that is a big part of it. But there's so many other reasons that would still have me collecting physical media. But that's a good question. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's go through the rest of these. We got Metal Skin, which is another movie that I have not heard of. It's a criminally underrated action romance satanic thriller, originally titled Speed, until the other 1994 car film was released. Car film? You're calling Speed from 1994 a car film? Wouldn't it be a bus film? Unless they're talking about a different speed. But yeah, I haven't seen this one. That sounds pretty cool. Pretty gnarly. And then lastly, we got The Hounds of Love. I have heard of this movie, but I have not seen this movie. I know there's a lot of fans for this one. Brace yourself for fits of bleak, blunt force trauma in the Australian chiller Hounds of Love from Ben Young, Extinction, starring Ashley Cummings, Citadel, and Stephen Curry, The Castle. Okay. Looks pretty cool. But looking back through these, there are no 4Ks in January. So that's interesting. I mean, if you remember, last January was the Mario release, which was super awesome and everybody was excited for it. The Mario 4K release. Which, damn, that doesn't feel like that long ago that came out. But we're already getting January announcements now. And it doesn't feel like that long ago I got the Super Mario Brothers 4K, which is incredible to think about. This year is coming to a close already, and it's insane. All right, let me take this off here. Which, speaking of coming to a close, we're going to be coming to a close very soon. Already over 2 hours. I didn't anticipate I was going to go 2 hours tonight. Did I give away the body double code yet? I need to do that. And remember, guys, if we can get up to 250, I'll give away Stardust as well. But here's the body double code. Bam. Hope somebody got it. Somebody probably got it in the UK. And this has some great disc art, by the way. Look at that. Look at Melody Griffith. Oh, my goodness. I cannot wait to watch this movie. I don't know what Frank was smoking when he was watching this. You got to appreciate the body double, Frank. What are you doing out there? I don't even know if Frank's still here. All right, guys. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I really did not like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I watched that recently. Yeah, they must have got the rights from Regency before they were bought by Disney. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming. I found they're pretty reliable when it comes to movies. Let's see. 2 Days in the Valley is a great movie. I will say that Kino Blu-ray looks magnificent. It's a Blu-ray, but it's a 4K scan. It looks great. Everybody's looking at badge numbers all day when the badge number probably doesn't even matter. It's probably just a generic badge number that they cut. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Ooh, Dark Blue. Didn't somebody put out Dark Blue? Didn't somebody announce Dark Blue on 4K? I feel like somebody didn't Kino announce that? Yeah, I'm really not a fan of those type of announcements. Like the Happy Gilmore one, like we could get it in 3 months or we could get it in 2 years. Now you would think, because this was brought up earlier, they announced it to coincide with the Happy Gilmore 2 release. It's not going to come out when Happy Gilmore 2 comes out. Like if Kino's announcing it now, it'll probably come out next summer. But I think somebody told me they were making a third one. So I don't know. But yeah, that can get kind of I get why they do it, but like nobody else does that. Um and it does kind of set you up for potential failure if you can't deliver, and it sets you up for a lot of people emailing you and asking you questions about when what titles coming and all that. But I get it. They want people to Kino they just work, you know. But I think they could do things better from a PR perspective, marketing perspective, for sure, and make their company a little bit more successful. Um, yeah, where is Uncle Buck? Which I just watched Uncle Buck. Yeah, I watched it on Netflix the other night because I am ashamed to say I'd never seen Uncle Buck. And it's a great movie. I loved it. So I was watching it with my wife, and I was like, "You want to see something cool?" Because she walked in when I was watching. I was like, there's Kevin McAllister right there." The year before Home Alone, she's like, "Oh my god!" Um, so that was kind of fun. That's a good point too. I mean, you know it's coming. You know it's coming, so you know to hold off on past releases. That is a good point. Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. They can still do their rumor announcements or whatever, their pre-announcements, but like because Vinegar Syndrome does that. Like they at the beginning of the year, they tell you what kind of stuff they're putting out, the movies they're putting out. Some of them they name, but I just think they need more structured like announcement schedules. Um, Severance is very meh. Lars and the Real Girl in 4K. Great Valentine's Day movie. Yeah, I think so too. Paramount's got that right. Um, I could see them holding off on that all the way to next year, putting in the Paramount Scares Volume 3 or something. I don't know. Or I hope they do a nice steelbook for it. It deserves that. It deserves standalone treatment. Um, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I was getting to, Michelle. I'm in it for the chunky box sets, the steel books, the nice stuff. I like having nice shit, like nice cool shit in the collection, and I think all of us that are of a certain age, like we're just trying to recreate that video store feel in our house. That's why I buy there's a lot of movies in my collection I haven't seen. And I love the fact that I have a lot of movies in my collection that I haven't seen. Some people couldn't stand that. But it's like I can go back in my collection and just browse through it like I'm browsing the video stores, um, and just pick out a title that I may have bought 5 years ago, and now I'm watching for the first time. I think that's awesome. I love that. Um, but that's just me. Some people like it drives them crazy if they're not like 95% complete on what they've watched in their collection. I get that too, but I'm not that way at all. Um, I like having a bunch of stuff that I haven't watched yet. Yep. Blue Velvet is that's honestly my favorite David Lynch film. I feel like that's his most coherent film that he's done. I thought it was going to be Wild at Heart. I thought that was just kind of a fun romance movie with Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern, but that movie is wild as shit. So I think Blue Velvet's probably my favorite. Yeah, Don said it too. He's most normal movie. Yeah, Dennis Hopper's great. Like he was playing the villain in a lot of stuff back then. Nice. Well, thank you for being here, Don. It is. It is a great steelbook. I mean, it was a no-brainer. I don't have it on Blu-ray. I don't have it on DVD. I've got it on VHS, and that's it. So I went ahead and bought it. I want Wedding Singer on 4K. You're right. You're right. Um, All right, guys. Look, we're done. We're done for the night. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight on Physical Media tonight. I appreciate it. It was a good stream. And let me see where the likes are at. Still 217, guys. I can't give away Stardust. So maybe I'll save it till next week. But thank you all so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button on your way out. Drop me a comment if you could be so kind after the stream. That also helps out the engagement of the channel and the stream. I would appreciate that. And we'll see you guys later.